brothers, my sisters, my kin folk, my knee G's. What it do, y'all? What it do? What it do? What it do? Out here again at once again one of my favorite spots. Just left Pryor, Oklahoma. Got 14. Just left Pryor, Oklahoma from getting unloaded, and about to see if we can get reloaded. Today is Wednesday, day of Mercury. That's why I got blue on, y'all, or dark blue at that. Intelligent conversations. So, no further ado, I'd like to give thanks to the planet Mercury. I would like to thank the gods and goddesses of Mercury. I would also like to thank them for allowing me to tap in to their energy on this day, and also to make it throughout this day. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Amen. Now, this is Real Talk number 8. Number 8, y'all. Number 8. 8 is a good number. 8 deals with infinity, money, abundance, prosperity. Wow. I'm laughing, y'all, but it's the reason why I'm laughing, because my higher self told me this morning that the word of the day for me is prosperity. And I can't even say it's a coincidence that this is Real Talk episode number 8. So, let me go on here. Let's get into this one. Because I think it's gonna be in due time. Well, good timing and whatnot. So it's like this, y'all. Hold on. Get it on up in there. Come on, baby. Come on now. There you go. I gotta be careful. On the magnets like that. There we go. But anyway, y'all, it's like this. We have a election that's coming up, and something that I have noticed since I was a little boy is that's like the Reagan time, because I remember the whole say no to drugs and all of that. I remember all of this shit. But anyway, right there. I've seen family members, my own parents, even now. I stopped calling friends. If you fuck with me like that, I call you family. And I have also seen extended family get into heated debates about politics, worldviews, just certain things that's going on in the world. And I've always asked myself since I was younger, why do people get emotionally attached to a lot of the current events that's going on? And from then leading up till now, what I have found out is the powers that be, they've been controlling us, they've been brainwashing us, they've been manipulating us, they also been using our energy. Now, some of y'all might say, well, how is that so, Keenan? Well, I'm gonna break something down to you. And it's dealing with energy transfer. When a man has sex with a woman, and this is going to explain a lot to women and also to men. Have you ever wondered why you're just a man? I'm speaking to the men. Have you ever wondered why after you had intercourse with a woman, you're physically and sometimes emotionally drained of energy? See, us being men, we are masculine and we actually put out energy. Women are feminine, so they actually receive the energy. So the energy that you had while you was having intercourse with that woman, you transferred that over into her. You know, and I don't want you to believe me. Do your own personal research. Find out for yourself. And when I say you do your own personal research, try it for yourself. But be cautious and be aware. You don't want everybody getting your energy. You know, it is a thing running around out here, energy vampires. And it's men that are energy vampires also. Some of them men are homosexuals. They have intercourse with other men and they feed off of their energy. Because they know. You know, so it's real. You know, but anyway, the powers that be, they had a long time ago have figured out how they can collect so much energy from the people in this world. Let me take that back. They figured out a way that they can get the energy from all of the spirits that's on Mother Earth to make it be more beneficial for them. They can do whatever they want to do. You know, yes, it's the elitists that are out here that are doing some real fucked up and evil shit. You know, the whole thing about killing babies and drinking baby blood and this and that. Yes, that's real too. But see, the reason that they do that, it is to symbolize it's so much energy that's in that newborn child, and that child is innocent, and that's why they do it. You know, you don't really hear too much about older folks coming up missing or whatnot. You know, they take out organs and all this shit. You know, some sick motherfuckers, but also at the same time, you know, a lot of Christian folks, I think every first or third Sunday, you know, you doing a ritual. Drink this juice. This is a reputation of my blood. Eat these crackers. This is a reputation of my flesh. But I'm gonna leave that one alone. That's another video. But anyway, like I said, you know, the powers that be, they be taking our energy. And it really kicked in. See, a lot of y'all that don't know, I'm gonna inform y'all, and I hope y'all do know, Corona was already out last year. It didn't make its way into the United States side to the beginning of this year. When that happened, that mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually did something to every single last one of you. Every single last one of y'all. Now, for a lot of the spiritual leaders and the spiritual teachers and spiritual students, they weren't blinded. They, you know, because a lot was already, some of us, not all, but some of us was already prepared. So that's one. The second thing is, it went from that, and everybody put all of their energy in. So they was able to create and to do whatever they did. We won't really find out until probably a little later, either hopefully by the end of this year or towards the end of this year or next year sometime. But see, I know this time frame that we're going through, it's like, I think like 6 or 7 years where old structures, the old powers that be, all of this shit is crumbling. So everything is breaking down. And they know this. And they're doing everything in their power to get so much energy so they can put certain things in place that they can keep on being at the top. Now, I was reading a book, and I'm not done with it, but he said that, which I was like, damn, it's true. Growing up in school, they always, science teacher, they always taught us called the food chain. And who's at the top of the food chain? Well, they changed that. The scientists have changed that lingo and that language, and now they call it a food web, which makes a whole lot more sense because everything is a web. It's like what I'm looking at. They just landed on my window. Wow. But anyway, you know, so it's a lot that's going on. And they did what they did with the corona and that energy. Then things happened and George Floyd passed away. Now, I'm going to say this, because my mother, she had asked me a question when all of that had happened. She said, son, are you okay? And I said, yeah, mama. I said, I'm good. She was like, nah, for real. Are you okay? And I said, yeah. I was like, well, why would you ask? My mother said, she's a Christian woman. She said, because I've been seeing and hearing a lot of what's going on, you know, with the George Floyd, the protests, and just everything. And I said, mama, I said, let me be honest with you. She said, go ahead. I said, mama, what happened to Mr. Floyd has been going on for a very, very long time. It's nothing new. You know, me being a youngster, I can remember the Rodney King thing. And I remember what happened after that. So from that time leading up till when Mr. Floyd had passed away, and even more are still passing away now, it's so much. Well, guess what? Somebody's feeding off that energy. Now, y'all might say, well, how do I know that? I'm gonna put it to you like this. Certain spirits, all spirits do, except for us, because we're in the flesh. See, we feed off of physical food, off of water. Speaking of, and spirits, they don't feed off of physical food. They feed off your thought forms. They feed off of your emotions. That's what they feed off of. And if you don't believe me, do the research for yourself. It's plenty of stories in the Bible that you see this from God. You know, when you love a spirit and you give spirit praise and whatnot, you're not physically feeding that spirit, but emotionally you're feeding that spirit. So, you know, that's one. You know, George Floyd. Then it went from George Floyd to now politics. See, politics has always been like the main corridor. But now, you know, what's going on, Democrats, Republicans, and good versus evil, and evil versus good, and whatever, you know, more emotions. Someone's feeding off your energy. Them spirits are feeding off your energy, and they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. It's sad. It's real sad, and that's why I keep saying, watch who you give your power away to. Watch. Be careful. You know, something that, and I'm gonna say it, I'm not voting. Some of y'all might say, no, Keenan, you need to vote. You need to vote. Your ancestors, they paid the cost and paid the price in order for you to vote. And you know what? You are absolutely right. They did. But my grandmother and my grandfather on my mother's side, my grandmother and my grandfather on my father's side, ain't shit changed from when they was coming up. And I mean nothing. What? People realize and recognize what the fuck is going on Turtle Island now? I mean, the same shit is still going on. So I already said to myself, you know, until a candidate can actually say, hey, this is what we guarantee and this is what we promise, you know, you copper-tone people, then that's when I'm gonna vote. But until then, I'm good. I'm good. Because they already know, and they already got who the hell they want to be in the office and from the fucking get-go. So, I mean, all of this shit is a fucking rig. It's all fucking set up. And the shit is sad. The shit is real fucking sad. I just want all of my brothers and my sisters and all of my kinfolk, I really, really want y'all to be aware of who you give your energy to. And I'm so serious, I'm going to constantly repeat that. That might be, I guess, my thing, my niche. Watch who you give your energy away to. I mean, but it's for real. Because, and if y'all don't believe me, do this little experiment. Have you ever noticed how sometimes certain issues and certain things can happen and you get so mad, you get so frustrated? Guess what you start to do? You start to put energy into that shit. You start to put energy into that shit. Try it yourself. Put energy into something. I personally advise, put some energy into some positive shit for yourself. Watch how your life gonna turn around and change for you. Watch. I double dare you. I double dare you. So, coming to the end of the video. Matter of fact, I don't even want to say end. As E40 said, your frenemies become enemies. And he's right. And I do have to make this, I do have to say this as well. Because I don't want nobody to think, you know, yes, I'm, you know, yes, USA, whatnot. My dad, he's a retired Air Force officer. My granddad, my granddaddy, on my daddy's side, he is a retired Navy officer and also a Golden Glove boxer. On my mother's side, my mother got 8 brothers. 7 of her brothers from the Army. Hell, Uncle Mike, he's still a drill sergeant to this day. Big bro, Navy SEAL. I'm not gonna put the Navy SEAL team that he's a part of, but he's a Navy SEAL. You know, because like he told me, it's certain things that we can't talk about on the phone, because every year he has to sign off on the clearance. So that's for all you ones that know what I'm talking about. You know, so we all for this country. You know, our people had did every and anything that the government and the powers to be had told them to do. You know, but a lot of them are even starting to wake up and realize that they've been giving their power away to something that they don't need to. Bless me. So, it is what it is. So, without further ado, my brothers, my sisters, my kinfolk, my knee G's, I appreciate it. And I thank you for taking time out of your day to listen and watch my copper tone ass. Peace, love, and joy. Holla.